Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Now, uh, today we're looking at economics. So the subject I'll be taking today is economics, and the topic for today is money. The topic is what is money. Now let's start the outline. So these are the outline of what I will explain to you in this topic. We're having barter trade. So I'll tell you the meaning of barter trade, then problems or disadvantages of barter trade, definition of money, historical development of money, qualities of qualities qualities or characteristics of money. Sorry, qualities or characteristics of money, then functions of money, then forms or types of money. So this is what I'll be explaining today. I'll be explaining under this topic. Now, let me tell you something. You have to form a note of yourself. So try to copy this outline. So this is the outline, this is the guideline on how to form your notes in this particular topic. Now let me start with the first one, which is barter trade. Now, barter trade. Let me start with that. What do you mean of barter trade? Now, barter trade is also known as trade by barter. It is popularly known as what? Trade by barter. It is the same thing. Barter trade, trade by barter is still the same thing. Now, what do you mean of barter trade? Barter trade can be defined as the means of trading in which goods are exchanged for goods, while services are exchanged for what? Services, without any means of without money as a means of exchange. Without money as a means of what? Exchange is a what? Is a means of trading in which goods are exchanged for goods or services are exchanged for service. For example, now barter trade means is a form of trading without the use of money. Can you say you know that the trading we are involved nowadays, it involve money. You have to buy something, you want to buy something, you have to hold your money, then pay before the goods or products will be given to you. But in barter trade, there is what? Means money is what? It's not the medium of exchange. So is a what? Is a means of trading which goods are exchanged for goods. That is, for example, if you have, let's assume you have rice and you need beans. So barter trade means you have to look for someone that what? That have you have to look for someone that what? That have rice at the same time need the what? So for example, you're having rice and you need beans. So you have to look for someone that what? That need your what? Wants, that is rice. And at the same time, the person must have your what you need. So as a result of this, so you exchange this rice for beans. You give the person rice and you collect beans from the person because you have rice but you need beans. At the same time, you have to look for someone that what? That have beans at the same time need rice. So at the end of the day, you exchange these goods for goods. This is called barter trade. So it's a means of trading in which goods are exchanged for goods and services are exchanged for services without money as a means of exchange. So that is the meaning of what? Barter trade. This is also known as what? Trade by barter. Now, the reason why I want to tell you something, there are some problems, there are some difficulties encountered in this means of trading, barter trade. So I want to tell you the problems or disadvantages of what? Barter trade. Barter trade it's what? There we have a lot of disadvantages of barter trade. So that is the reason why today we use money as a means of exchange. Why? Because of the difficulties encountered during the what? During this barter trading. Now, problems or disadvantages of barter trade. Now, don't forget, like I told you, that what barter trade means is a what? Is a means of trading in which you exchange goods for goods. That is, you look for you having a particular goods. Let's assume you have a rice and you need what? Beans. So you have to search for person that what? That have beans. At the same time, the person must what? Need the rice you have, so that you can exchange rice for beans. You give the person rice, the person will give you what? Beans. We call it trade by barter. Now, what are the problems or disadvantages of barter trade? The first one is what? Problems of double coincidence of one. This is one of the major problems of what? Barter trade. The problems of what? Double coincidence of one. That is, you know that what? Barter trade means in barter trade, you have to look for someone that have what you need. At the same time, the person must what? Must have what you need. Is that get you now? So, and now let's assume you have rice and you need what? Yam. So you start searching for someone that's what? That need what? Rice. At the same time, have yam. It's a problem. Even let's assume that you have rice and you need yam. And fortunately, you can what? You can see someone that have yam. But this person might not what? Need the rice you have that you want to use to exchange for the yam you want from the person. So this is what this first problem encountered during what barter trade. Problems of double coincidence of wants. It's very very difficult for you to search for someone that what have what you need. At the same time, the person must have the person what has what you want. It's a problem. So that is called problems of double coincidence of want. At the same time, is what the second problem is what no fixed rate of exchange. No fixed rate of exchange. For example, now you know that nowadays money is what is the medium of exchange. Anything you want to buy goods, you want to what you need a service, you have to what pay before you be given such goods or product. Now, for example, you want to buy something, there is a fixed rate. You want to buy something, let's say you want to buy milk. There is a particular price for that meat. There's a fixed rate. Okay, this you want to buy milk. Peak milk is 100 naira. Can you see now? You want to buy one peak milk, you pay 100 naira. That is the fixed rate. You want to buy two, you pay 200 naira. But in personal trade, there is a problem here. There is no fixed rate of exchange. Exactly now, because in better trade, we exchange goods for goods and services for services. For example, now you have rice and you need jam. Let's say we now have what? You fortunately meet someone. You just fortunately meet someone that have what jam that you need, and the person need the rice you have. So how can you exchange? How much rice will you exchange for rice? How much rice will you exchange for rice? There is no fixed rate. How can you measure the quantity of rice that will be exchanged for yam? And how can the person measure the quantity of yam that will be exchanged for rice? So that's one of the problem of what barter trade. Another one is what wastage of time and energy. Wastage of time and energy is a problem. Before you have something and you have rice and you need rice, you have yam and you need rice. You start searching for someone that need what yam. At the same time, the person what have the rice you need. So it's a problem. Start looking around. It's a problem. You waste time and energy looking for someone that have what you want. At the same time, the person what need what you want have need want what you want have. Before you can see some person you want, it will take time and energy. So that's another problem of barter trade. Another one is what problems of indivisibility. Problems of what indivisibility. It's very known that barter trade involve exchanging goods for goods. So and all these goods, some of the goods are bulky. How can you divide this? How you cannot what? You cannot the what? You cannot what? These goods cannot be what divided into smaller units. Compared to money now, you can divide. For example, you have 1,000 naira. You can what? You can buy something and you have 100 naira. You can what? You can. It is money is what is divisible. It can be it's what is divisible. You can what? You have 1,000 naira and you want to buy something that costs 100 naira. You can give the person 1,000 naira and what the person will give you change. So money is what is easily divide can be what can is what is very easy to what to money involves what in divisibility. But barter trade, it is very difficult for you to what to break down the quantity of goods you want to exchange for another person. So there is what problem of what indivisibility. Another one is what no room for deferred payment. In another that no room for deferred payment. Let me tell you of deferred payment. Deferred payment means buying a goods with the what with the hope of paying in future. You want to buy goods on credits. You want to buy goods from a seller with the aim of paying the person in the what in the future. You don't have the money now. That's what called deferred payment. But unfortunately in barter trade, it discourage deferred payment. There's no room for deferred payment because here you have to exchange goods for goods. The person cannot say, okay, let me give you jam. I need rice. You have jam. I need jam. Okay, let me collect your own rice. When anytime I have rice, the jam you need, I will give. It's not. There's no room for deferred payment in what in barter trade. Now another one is what is it discourage borrowing and what it discourage what it discourage borrowing and lending. It discourage borrowing and lending. Yes, in barter trade you cannot borrow money because it is what it is a trade. It is a means of trading in which you exchange goods for goods. Money, there is no money. What money is not a what is not the mid is not a what is not the mid is not is what money is not the medium of exchange in barter trade. So you cannot borrow someone, you cannot lend money to someone, and you cannot borrow money from someone because it involves exchanging goods for goods and services for services. Another one is what problems created by bulkiness of goods. That's the last one. Problems created by bulkiness of goods. Yes, this is another problem of what of barter trade. Now Some goods are bulky. Let's assume you need what you have many yam, and the same time you need more rice. You need what? You need rice, or you need cocoyam, or you need potato, and you have enough yam. So yam is what? This goods will be what? Will be very heavy for you to start looking around for someone that needs yam and also have what you need. So some goods are what? Are bulky. So there's a problem of what? Created by bulkiness of goods. So these are the problems of what? Trade by barter. Now, because of these difficulties of trade by barter, this now leads to what we call that is the reason why money is very that is the reason why money we use money as a medium of exchange today, because of difficulties, problems created by what? Barter trade.